Today, I'm about to attempt something absolutely insane in GTA Online. I'm going to complete every single heist in the game using only the Perico Pistol, a weapon that hits hard but has only one shot before you have to reload. And in heists where you're facing waves of enemies, that reload time is basically a death sentence. One missed shot and I'm a sitting duck for 3+ seconds while bullets are flying from every direction. Oh, and the range on this weapon is extremely low, so I'm forced to get close to the enemy. But here's where it gets even crazier. I'm not allowed to heal with snacks, and I'm not allowed to use armor. For context, these heists normally require assault rifles, explosives, and military-grade equipment. I'm not even sure I'm going to survive the first setup mission. If you think that sounds impossible, hit the like button right now and let's find out together. First off, I'm going to put all my weapons in my locker, that way I have nothing but the Perico Pistol. See? There we go. Also, since I'm not allowed to heal myself, I'll eat all my snacks. And now for my armor. I have no way to damage myself, so I'll just let the cars hit me. Actually, this takes way too long, so ADHD helps out a bit. Thanks, man. To start things off, let's do the fan favorite Cayo Perico heist. And now is the perfect time to finally buy the Sparrow while ADHD flies his jet over me. Nice. I can't believe I waited until now to get the Sparrow, and I'm really excited. I can upgrade it with a 50 cal machine gun and homing missiles. I guess I'll add countermeasures as well because why not? And I'll paint it black. Our first step is to scope out the island. So we sneak our way to the communications tower, hack the surveillance cameras, then use them to scout the loot. We find some gold and that's great, but sadly our main score is the bearer bonds dam. All that's left to do is climb the tower, parachute off, and get caught by the guards, which automatically sends us back to where we started. Alright, now for the setup missions, and let me remind you, we are only allowed to use the Perico Pistol, and we aren't allowed to heal or use armor. We enter the Merryweather submarine, and it starts out great. Now, I'm slowly walking through the corridors, scared like a bitch, because one shot can potentially kill me. A dude creeping in the corner shoots me, I panic fire my pistol and miss the shot, then die. I'm already starting to regret this challenge. We continue slowly fighting our way through the sub until we find the sonar jammer. Nice, let's get out of here. There are still more enemies, including this idiot chef. ADHD gets destroyed by another sneaky enemy, but I kill him and make it out of the sub and deliver the sonar jammer. Moving on to the equipment, starting with the demolition charges. We land at the O'Neill brothers farm and I get killed immediately. I'm basically gonna be at half health all the time since that's as much as the game will give me after I take damage. So this is going to be even more difficult than I could have imagined. Also, I realize I have weapons and I want to explain right now that the game automatically picks them up. I can manually drop them, so it isn't a big deal. We pick off some enemies slowly, and have I mentioned yet that the Perico Pistol is trash from a distance? The demolition charges aren't here, so we fly to the O'Neill ranch where I pick off a few enemies from outside. I see ADHD run in and melee the crap out of someone, so I feel safe going in as well, and I get killed right away. Perfect. Back inside, I take out one more enemy and he drops a key card, which I use to open a gate and find the charges. Next, we need a key card, so we go to the casino, take the elevator up, and run around the hallways to find El Rubio's penthouse. We kill the two guards, then rush inside. More enemies are waiting for us in here, and it's so annoying because most of them don't die with one shot. This gun reloads after each shot, so trust me, this is very painful. We kill the enemies that sneak up behind us, then push forward. But one last bastard sneaks up behind me, so I turn around and headshot him. ADHD pushes into the next room and dies, so I play smart and take cover in the bathroom, taking shots when it feels safe to leave cover. I take the rest of them out, then ADHD searches the head of security for the key card. All there is left to do is fight our way out of the casino. And that's what I do, but ADHD just sprints past me and enters the elevator. Alrighty then, thanks for the help. I follow him and we escape in my Sparrow. Let's speed things up a bit. Now we need a fingerprint cloner, but we don't know where it is, so we break into a warehouse, kill some guards, then hack the computer to get the location we need. We fly over there, barge inside, and simply run to the table to pick it up. This is so easy. There's one last piece of equipment to get, and that's the cutting torch. We land at the construction site, take some elevators up to the top, put on the hard hats to blend in, then search the toolboxes for the cutting tool. Now, the mission should be finished, right? Well, our plan is to parachute off the building, but I mess up and kill myself. I respawn, jump off the building, and well, that didn't go as planned. ADHD picks up the cutting tool and I land to pick him up, but he decides to push me out and take control of my Sparrow. Okay, two can play that game. I think it hurt his feelings because instead of getting in, he calls a taxi and gets the heck out of there. Whatever, I'll deliver the cutting tool on my own. Now, the final thing we need are weapons, which is dumb because we won't be using them. I fly us to the Schlongberg building, but crash like a fool, then fly to the top of the building where I lose control. ADHD is still up top and I spawn on the ground. I slowly pick off the enemies, but my god, this gun is so trash. I truly don't know how I didn't die. I go inside where I find a bunch of dead bodies. I guess ADHD did work up here as well. I hack the computer to open the safe, then we grab the weapons. Nice, let's get out of here. Outside, an enemy helicopter mows me down so quickly. And you know what? We just don't have anything to destroy them with, except for a lucky shot to the pilot, which is unlikely to happen with the Perico pistol. Anyway, I flies to the Kosatka to end the mission. Now for the Cayo Perico heist. And let me tell you now, nothing ever goes as planned. And the heist was a living hell. Let me show you. First off, I give ADHD a fair cut of the money. We cut open the gate to get into the compound, and this is where we realize we're screwed. Yes, we have weapons, but not the Perico pistol, meaning we cannot kill anyone. But I have a plan. I know there's a Perico pistol in a locked desk, but to get there, we need to run past 2 guards. I knock over the first one so he can't kill us, then continue sprinting upstairs, straight past the second guard, and into the room. The pistol is right here in the desk, and now I'm free to kill the guards. ADHD did die already on the way up here, so we have 1 more life. Oh, and by the way, only I have a Perico pistol, since the game only lets us take 1 at a time. In other words, ADHD is worthless, and his only job is to help me open doors once we get the key cards. I see him behind the gate, and he's panicking, begging me to help him, but he realizes he can climb over the wall and makes his way over to me. Instead of going for the key cards, we decide to hack the elevator, then take it down to the vault. ADHD grabs the bearer bonds from the safe, and I take out the annoying enemies that run down. I check on ADHD, and he's done, so we head back, and I get freaking gunned down immediately. Attempt number 2, same as before, except after grabbing the pistol, I take down as many enemies as possible. And it sucks because I have to constantly wait in cover for my health to refill, which only goes up halfway, of course. I killed so many enemies, more than I can even count, with ADHD just chilling beside me since he doesn't have a weapon. But this enemy, I kept taking shots at him, but the angle was weird and the bullets just could not hit him. And guess what? I'm out of ammo now. I have no choice but to rush him and bash him with a pistol, and it actually works, hell yeah. But on my way to the other side, this bastard pops up out of nowhere. Next attempt, ADHD dies twice, so I'm all alone. I continue killing more guards, and I realize that since he's dead, we can't actually open the doors, since they require 2 people. So I jump off the cliff to restart. 4th attempt, same plan, but this time we're able to collect both key cards after killing a bunch of guards. Finally, now we can open the doors. We go downstairs to collect the bearer bonds, and then open the first door, where we grab the gold, then go back upstairs to open the next one, where we find even more gold. Both of our bags are completely full now, but I turn around and see a guard in here about to kill us both. What the hell? Another one busts in and almost kills me. Close call. Then a third one barges in, but I kill him instantly. We need to escape now, and this enemy pops up out of nowhere. I kill him, but ADHD says screw it and decides he's gonna escape. I mean, we did our jobs by collecting the bearer bonds and filled our bags with gold, so I'm fine with it. He runs all the way to the end of the cliff, jumps off, and swims to safety. The pay is crap, but this isn't about the money. That's 1 heist down, and so many more to go. I'm scared. Next up is the Diamond Casino heist. And if you think I went through hell to finish Cayo, just wait until you see what happens in this one, because it was the worst experience I have ever put myself through. You'll see. But let's spin the lucky wheel first, and I won a small amount of money. Oh well. And let's see what we're gonna steal this time. Great, money. Well, it's better than nothing, I guess. Now, as most of you know, we have 3 approaches to choose from: silent and sneaky, the big con, and aggressive. We ruled out silent and sneaky since we're not allowed to kill enemies with any weapon but the Perico pistol, and obviously shooting that would alert the guards. The big con would be the best because we can enter the casino without being attacked on the way to the vault, but the game won't let us since it's the approach I took the last time I did this heist. And finally, the aggressive approach would be absolutely impossible since we would have to run into the casino, guns blazing. So instead, ADHD set up his own heist in his lobby, and we were blessed with gold, but the big con is locked for him as well. This sucks, and that means the heist is going to be next to impossible to complete with only the Perico pistol. But I'm crazy enough to try, so let's get started with the setup missions. First, we need a security pass, so we go to the cemetery to steal a hearse, but first ADHD finds a jack-o'-lantern. Collecting these will either give you a trick or a treat. This time I'm given RP as a treat. Nice. Anyway, we kill the poor guys and steal their hearse, drive around until we lose our wanted level, then park at the morgue and go in with our new fancy outfits. I search a body for the key card, and that's it. Now for the weapons, which we aren't allowed to use in the heist, but it's a mandatory setup mission. We have to hunt down 4 different noose fans and search them for their weapons. We spot the first one and try shooting them with our Perico pistols, but can't get past their bulletproof windows. And now the cops are here and it's chaos. We decide to shoot out their tires, but that doesn't stop them. So I block them with my Kuruma and just pull the passenger out and take over the vehicle. But that isn't enough. We actually have to search the van. I get out and kill some cops, but the game's not letting me search the van. I think we're forced to blow open the doors, and since I'm not allowed to use sticky bombs, I kill myself to end the mission. The game will give us a different random mission this time, and instead of noose, we'll be stealing from the Vagos. I kill as many as I can until they eventually gun me down. Remember, I'm not allowed to heal with snacks or use armor. I respawn to kill the rest of the enemies, then enter the garage, where there's even more of them. I take cover and slowly pick them off, and then ADHD finally arrives. Could have used some help earlier, but okay. The last two enemies are hiding in this room, but I'm able to carefully kill them both, then grab the gear. Next, we need getaway vehicles, and we're gonna steal them from the valet. I land the Sparrow, and we aim our guns at the valets to scare them away. But then the Sparrow explodes and kills ADHD. Poor guy. We put on the valet outfits, then wait for the cars to get brought to us. But for some reason, our cover gets blown, probably because of the blown up chopper. We steal a cop car to chase the vehicles that we need, and I let ADHD out to take the first one, and I make my way to the other. He's driving like an idiot, and it's hard to shoot him with this pea shooter. I eventually land a shot, steal the car, lose my wanted level, and deliver it to the arcade. And there's ADHD humping the air. Good stuff. Okay, time to get the hacking device. We go to City Hall, kill some agents, and take their access card. Then fly over to the Noose headquarters and use our newly acquired keycard to get inside. Now, we want to be stealthy, but this guard somehow spots me immediately, so now we get to run and gun our way through here. It isn't too bad since now we have a little bit of experience using the Perico pistol. I find the hacking device, and now we just need to escape. There's a mob of guards in front of us, but we make quick work of them, run outside, then fly around until we lose our wanted level. We need key cards to get into the vault in the casino, and to do that, we need to get into the prison. We land in front of the prison bus and take aim at the driver. I do manage to get a shot on him, but it isn't enough damage to kill him, and he runs me over. Nice. We land in front of it again, and this time my shot kills him. I get into the bus to drive, but ADHD has other plans and pulls me out. And then seconds later, he says he's gonna go get some food in real life and leaves me to drive to the prison. Alrighty then. Once there, they let us in, and we drive over to the tower, kill the guard, and steal his key card. The cops are onto us now, so instead of taking a bus, we grab a cop car, but ADHD gets killed right away. I take off and drive around, just trying to escape the cops, but ADHD tells me he needs some help. So I call on my Kuruma and go to his location, where I find him in a freaking melon stand. I drive us all the way to the city and hide in the tunnel until we lose our wanted level. Now we're gonna steal some drones, which Lester will use to create a tool for the heist. Basically, just shoot the drone, pick it up, and avoid the cops. There's 5 in total, and it would have been nice to have ADHD's help, but again, he went off to get food. Apparently, I can only carry 4 drones, so ADHD luckily comes back in time to take the final one, and we drive to the tunnels to wait for our wanted levels to go away. I feel like I say and do this in every video multiple times, but it's because it's the most convenient way to lose the cops. The final thing we need are the vault lasers. So we fly to the Fort Zancudo treatment works, and there are Tesla bots here. Yes, that's what I call them. I start killing them and make my way around to ADHD, where I see him get killed. Poor guy. The rest of the enemies are easy to kill, but there's a problem. There's a freaking juggernaut here, and all we have are Perico pistols. I take cover behind this van, and he literally mows me down in 2 seconds. I respawn and try to take cover again, but the bastard kills me even quicker this time. ADHD gets lucky and kills him while I'm respawning, and I'm pissed because I wanted to show you, but it's fine because the Doomsday heist will have lots of them, and they will destroy us. Anyway, we collect the vault drills, so let's get on with the heist. Like I said earlier, this heist was terrible and very, very annoying. Let me show you how it went. First off, I don't have the Perico pistol, and there's no way for me to get it, so we have to come up with a plan. There's this guard at the front desk who will always see us. Since he catches us and we aren't able to fight back, we let the guards kill us. Second attempt, same thing. The guards see us. Okay, I'm not going to take you through each attempt one by one, but I will say that we made progress slowly through trial and error. First off, ADHD has a mini drone that he can use to stun the guard at the front desk. Now we can push forward into the next room. Our plan is to stealthily get to the elevator, but there's a guard in the next room. I use my key card to open the door, but he somehow immediately sees us. And even if I do take him out unseen, there are 2 guards on the other side of the wall that hear me, so that plan won't work. At some point, ADHD realizes he can turn off the lights with his phone, and the guards become blind for a short time, and we can even take out 2 of them at the same time. We decide to rush to the elevator, but as soon as we get down there, the guards open fire. Okay, what the hell are we supposed to do now? Well, let's skip over the hour of trial and error and show you what we did. As soon as we spawn, ADHD uses his drone to stun the first guard at the desk, then we sneak under the camera into the next room. There's a guard here that patrols this hallway, so after he turns the other way, I shoot the camera, then wait for him to slowly walk back. Once he turns around, I knock his ass out, then we make our way down the hallway to the next door. I use my key card and follow the guard, but instead of killing him, we open the elevator and ADHD uses his phone to turn off the lights. The guards down here don't see us, and we're able to sneak all the way to the man trap, which leads us straight to the vault. Cutting it open is really easy, and inside we start loading up our bags with gold. I hacked the door to give us access to more gold, but with just the 2 of us, we were only able to get about $2 million. Everything seems to be going well, right? Yes, but that's about to change. We leave the vault and run back through the man trap, but there are about a dozen armed guards there waiting for us, and yes, they know we're here, and immediately open fire on us. I don't want to lie to you guys or try to deceive you in any way, so I'm just going to tell you the truth. This just isn't possible to do with the rules that I set. The only way we can get through the rest of the heist is to shoot the enemies. That would be breaking the rules, and I refuse to let that happen. So we did go ahead and finish the heist since it was necessary to allow us to do the big con approach, which is exactly what we're going to do next. And yes, we'll be following the rules. You've already seen the setup mission, so let's skip ahead to the heist. Again, this is the big con approach, and we're forced to do it on hard difficulty, but it's fine. Since we're in disguises, we can just drive to the security tunnel, and they just let us in without question. We can run through the entire casino straight to the vault. They even open it for us, and then I knock the shit out of the guard. We fill our bags with money, do the typical hack to open the gates, and take even more money. With our bags full, we can now make our way out of the casino. But while we're climbing the stairs, the guards realize that they've been robbed, so now we have to be stealthy. There's one guard patrolling this hallway, so we make a right into the next room. But for some reason, the door is blocked here, and I honestly had no idea. So we just let the guards kill us so that we can retry. This time, I wait for that guard to turn his back and then knock him out. Moving along the hallway, there's one more guard. But instead of killing him, I go into the door, and this is where we can put on our new disguises. Now we just walk out of the casino without being bothered by the guards, and run all the way to our getaway vehicles, then drive to the Vinewood police station, climb on top to get the helicopter, and fly it all the way to the buyer. We did it! That's 2 heists complete, and I'm feeling really good. But that feeling won't last long, because now we're moving on to the Doomsday Heist. Before I move on, I'm really excited to show you part 2 of the series I'm doing for One State RP. In part 1, I hit a cop car, and they chased me down. Of course, it ended with me getting arrested, and this time, I'm upping the stakes even more by robbing someone. Okay, I'm out of jail, and I'm still gonna commit some crimes. I'm gonna look for somebody to rob right now. Who's that? Oh, these are the perfect people. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello, sir. How can I assist you today?
Give me everything you got. No! She just ran away. Well,
Like,
she
sir?
just left you. That's funny. Yeah, give me your watch. All right, now get the heck out of here. All right, that was easy as hell. Oh, the cops are here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where did they come from? How did you guys get here so quickly?
Put your hands up, sir.
I didn't do anything wrong, man. Please leave me alone.
He robbed him.
Put your hands up.
No, she's crazy, man. She's
He
crazy.
took
Don't
my
listen
watch.
to her.
Took my watch.
Sir.
Dude,
sir.
oh, you missed.
Deploying taser.
Dude, no. My guy's out of stamina. Come on. Oh, he got me. Okay, you got me. No, don't let them come back and watch this. Come on.
Yes, you robbed him.
Dude, you can have your watch back, man. Yeah, I'm going to jail. Okay, this sucks. You know what? Screw it. I'm running away. Come and get me.
Stop running away. Taser.
Come and get me then. Oh, they're trying to tase
Sir,
me.
stop resisting.
They're never going to hit me.
This is gonna hurt.
Taser.
Oh, he got me. No. Okay, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Let's go. I seriously love doing this, and I want to give a huge shout out to the admins who make this game so much fun to play. If you want to play One State RP, the link's down below. And to give you a head start, you can use my promo code TROPHIES to get a $10,000 in-game bonus instantly. On top of that, if you enter the same code as a referral in-game and reach level 8, you'll unlock another $60,000. I'll see you in part 3. Now we're moving on to the Doomsday Heist. Most of you know that there are 3 acts, meaning there's 3 separate heists. Let me remind you that we are going to be dealing with juggernauts soon, and the enemies are tougher moving forward. Thankfully, there are only 6 setup missions for the first heist, and I'll do them in order. First, we're gonna steal an ambulance, and this is so easy. ADHD calls an ambulance, and when it arrives, it runs ADHD over, and then the driver tries to run away on foot. We try killing him, but somehow he's immortal. Very strange. Next up, we have to track down a couple of data breaches. I take the ambulance to the coroner's office, park it, then enter the building in my disguise. By the way, yes, I see now that I had armor during this mission. I have no idea how it happened, except that the game automatically gave it to me. Anyway, I searched the bodies for a USB device, but none of them have it. There's a laptop upstairs I can hack, and on my way there, my cover gets blown, meaning I have to fight a crap ton of enemies with the Perico Pistol. It's a slow process, but I clear the room, then run over to the laptop to hack it and steal the info that I need. I look out this window, and I wonder if I can jump out of it like Michael does in story mode, and I see ADHD out there humping the air. Anyway, there are more police teammates in the stairwell and I slowly fight them off. Downstairs, this dude in cover pops out at the perfect time and blows me away, but I respawn and kill all of them. Outside, ADHD is here waiting for me and we fight off the cops together. Now the helicopters are damn near impossible to take down, so I shoot at the guys who try to rappel down. After a long fight, we rush to the helicopter, take off, and deliver it to the drop-off. ADHD crashes and does a freaking flip, and I have no idea how he didn't blow up. Now for the Deluxos, and this mission sucks with only 2 players, you'll see. We fly ADHD's Apache to the objective, and I really wish we could use the weapons, but that would be breaking the rules. Instead, we hop out and take on the guards with our Perico pistols. They almost killed both of us, so we hide behind this wall/bush to regain some health. We move forward to kill the rest of them, and one drops a key, which we use to open the garage. We both take a Deluxo, and no, we cannot fly them. The game won't let us do that until later. We take them to the auto shop to repaint them, then deliver them to my facility. Now, there's 2 more Deluxos to steal, so we have to go all the way back to get them, then drive all the way back to my facility. Yeah, bring more teammates with you when you do this mission. Hey, if you're still here watching the video, thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much it means to me. And if you want to support my channel, just hit the like button and be sure to comment Davey so I know who made it this far into the video. And now we can use our new Deluxos to hack some security vans. It's best to drive beside them since they aren't able to shoot you. And yes, we have to blow them up. The game requires us to do it, so I absolutely do not consider this as breaking the rules. My next target is on the water, and the game is finally going to let us fly the Deluxo. Well, for now it's just in hover mode, but still cool. I like to drive in reverse so that the gunner can't shoot me while I hack, and then just flip around and blow them up. Then we meet at the airport for our final target, but I see ADHD's Deluxo ignite and he jumps out. It hits the wall and explodes, so let's try again. The game is actually letting us fly the Deluxos now, and it's just so much fun. We fly close to the airplane to hack it, and it takes a long time. Enemy choppers show up, but we easily blow them up with the Deluxo's missiles. Eventually, the hack completes, and we blow up the airplane. This mission is one of a kind, and I love it so much. All that's left to do is fly to the final objective, but when we get there, I see ADHD flipped upside down. Don't worry, we went back and finished this mission off camera. Now we're going to infiltrate Fort Zancudo to find the location of an Akula helicopter. They don't know we're the bad guys, so we just walk in, and this time I take the elevator to the top. Last time I did this mission, I ran up the stairs and it took forever. At the top, I whack this dude, then start hacking the computer. After a while, it gives us the location of the Akula helicopter, so we take the elevator back down, shoot a few soldiers, then get into my Karuma. We spot a jet, so ADHD hops out to steal it, and I grab another one in the hangar. This definitely isn't necessary, but it's much more fun, not to mention quicker, because we have to go all the way to the airport. When I arrive, I see ADHD crash and burn, but I'll continue with the mission on my own. I land, get out, and kill the guards, then steal the Akula. All that's left is to fly back to the facility, and we are done. We're gonna use the Akula to infiltrate the government facility's server farm. And let me tell you now that this mission was a living hell. Let me show you what happened. First of all, it's a stealth mission, meaning if we shoot our Perico pistols, we'll be caught, and the mission will reset. With that said, we land on a building at the facility, climb down the ladder, and see the first guard. If I shoot him, the guards are gonna be alerted, as I'm showing you now. But I can bash him in the head like this with my Perico pistol, and that keeps us in stealth. So we push forward, but there are 2 guards here and 2 more walking towards us, so we hide behind a container and wait to see what happens. They somehow spot us, so this route definitely won't work. We take the left path instead and see a guard and a camera, so that's a no-go. Even further left, we see a single guard sitting on a bench, so we climb up a nearby ladder and the guard surprisingly gets up and walks away, so we jump down. ADHD alerts him, but was able to bash his head in before he alerted the rest of the guards. Nice. Moving ahead, we walk through a gate and there are 2 guards here, so we just creep up to them and simultaneously take them out. But a guard further along somehow sees us do this, so this route is a bust as well. Okay, it's time to get creative. Instead of going down, we stay up on the roof and try to leap across to the other building. And to my surprise, we're able to just ragdoll across the gap. On the other side, I spot 2 guards below us. They hear us up here, so they move away. And since our objective is right below us, I jump down, but sadly alert the guards. Okay, this time we get a good angle and shoot the guards. Sadly, there's just no way we can do this in complete stealth. The game is just not designed that way. This is one of the very rare occasions where we have to use something other than the Perico pistol. Hey, at least we're still using pistols, right? We hop down off the building and the head of security comes out, so we kill him and his guard, then steal his key card. Now we can finally enter the building. We're here to hack their servers, and the path to get to them has guards everywhere, but we stealthily take them all out. The hacks are annoying, but not impossible. The guards are automatically alerted now, so I can finally use my Perico pistol in peace. We fight all the way to the other side of the building and hack the final 2 servers. I finish quickly, and now Noose is here. They have a lot of armor and better weapons, and I try my best to hold them off while ADHD hacks the final server. He's having trouble doing it, and I end up getting killed, and and I'm just so annoyed at this point. We've been trying to finish this mission now for hours, and now we get to do all 4 hacks all over again. But this time, things go much better, and we're able to fight our way to the elevator, which takes us outside. There are enemies every freaking where, and yeah, they almost kill us. Missing one shot gives them such an advantage to kill us while we reload. We hide behind cover and slowly pick them off, and then make our way to the ladder. A freaking helicopter takes me out, so let's try that again. This time, we make sure to kill the guys in the choppers, and that frees us to climb the ladder, get into the Akula, and drive it back to the Sandy Shores airfield. All right, it's time for the heist. Foreign agents are attacking the government servers, and we are gonna stop them. When we arrive, I notice I have armor again, so to keep things legit, I let the enemy shoot me. I then run up to the final 2 enemies and get one, but the second one kills me while I reload. ADHD bashes him in the head though. We enter the facility and there are enemies everywhere. We basically just take cover and shoot enemies when it feels safe. These missions take so long with such a slow weapon, and we constantly have to hide in cover to regain only 50% of our health. We push forward and run down the stairs to take on even more enemies. Terrible angles for this one, so we use the doors for cover and hide in the room when we need to regain health. We push forward again and an enemy pops up out of nowhere and kills ADHD, so mission failed. On our second attempt, we make sure to take him out before he can sneak up on us. In the next area, we both try to take cover at the same spot. Anyway, we take out everyone in here, then rush back upstairs to the war room where we take control of the turrets. We use them to destroy everything in sight. It's a lot of fun. This weapon is OP as hell. And that's it, we did it. But there is a lot more to go, and it's going to get so difficult. Moving on to Act 2 of the Doomsday Heist. And the first prep mission is to steal a riot van that contains keycards. Once there, we see a massive gunfight, and we just start firing immediately. We take cover behind some cars, but they blow up and kill us. Nice. We respawn, take out the remaining cops, and steal the riot van. Now we just have to lose the cops, so I hide in this tunnel, but it just doesn't work. I drive around, but the freaking helicopters won't leave us alone. We shoot the gunners out of it, but as soon as that chopper leaves, another one replaces it. Eventually, ADHD just calls Lester to remove our wanted level, and how dumb is it that we're able to do that? Thanks, Uncle Lester. Now we can use the key cards to steal an Avenger. It's not like there's one parked right behind me, but we're still gonna steal one. We drive to the airport, enter Merryweather's hangar, and the power goes out. Luckily, we came prepared with night vision. For some reason, I again have armor equipped, so I hump the air to let them shoot me. The animation takes so long to end, so I take way more damage than I wanted, and after taking cover, I quickly get killed. I respawn, and there are enemies everywhere. I feel like I say that a lot, but it's true. We need to go upstairs to reset the generator, so I fight my way up the stairs, but they manage to kill me again. Okay, let's try again. This time, I take cover immediately and slowly pick off the enemies. After a while, I realize that these enemies are spawning in endlessly, and this is basically pointless. What's even more annoying is there are enemies I can't see shooting me and killing me. Whatever, I'm just gonna run upstairs and try from there. I do find some cover and kill some more enemies, then run to the other side of the walkway to the generators. ADHD resets them while I try shooting the enemies. They're just so far away and I cannot lock onto them. Hell, I can barely see them. It's fine though, the power is back on, and now we have to fight our way back down to the Avenger. I take out as many enemies as I can, as carefully as possible, then rush down the stairs and straight to the Avenger. ADHD flies and I use the turrets. The helicopters that chase us are very slow, but I do manage to blow one up. I'm actually surprised this mission didn't give us more trouble than it did. Alright, Agent ULP has been kidnapped, and to find his location, we need to attack some drug dealers. The game gives us an Oppressor Mark 1, and I'll give it a try this time. I hated it at first, but then I realized it has this boost feature that makes it so much more fun to use. I reach the first dealer, and for some reason, I can't knock him off his bicycle, so I just hop off and shoot him with the Perico Pistol. ADHD takes out the dealers in the city, and that gives us the location of the apartment. Okay, I go there, take out some enemies, grab a duffel bag, kill 2 more enemies, then get out of there. On my way back to the facility, I crash, and my oppressor is stuck on the roof. Screw that. I call in my oppressor Mark 2, and my god, this thing is a million times better than the Mark 1. Anyone who says otherwise is clearly delusional, or maybe they just can't afford the Mark 2, who knows. Anyway, I deliver the bag to my facility to end the mission. Now we know the location of Agent ULP. At the foundry, we kill some enemies, then I go inside and start fighting more enemies. ADHD is outside killing enemies as well, but he misses the important ones and they enter the building behind me and absolutely destroy me. ADHD dies shortly after that, so let's try one more time. This time, ADHD makes sure the enemies cannot sneak in behind me, and I slowly but surely take out every enemy, and then the guy who's holding Agent ULP hostage. I fight more enemies to get back outside, and of course, there's a few more to clean clean up out here as well. We steal one of their cars and drive all the way to Mackenzie Airfield to end the mission. Moving on, we now need a riot control van, so ADHD flies over to the objective and I jump out and land gracefully. Now, the game is forcing me to use tear gas to start a riot. I have no choice. This is not breaking the rules, don't worry. I'm also not allowed to kill anyone, and to prove it to you, I'll bash the skulls of the rioters with a Perico pistol. See, the mission has failed because I'm not supposed to kill anyone. So yeah, I'm gonna have to use my fist instead of the Perico pistol. So this time the game makes us go to a different location. I throw the tear gas and fight as many people as I can until the riot control van shows up. We steal it and make the long trip back to the facility. There, I turned a 4-minute mission into 20 minutes just to prove I wasn't allowed to use my Perico pistol. Moving on. We can use our new riot van to put out these fires on these vans and rescue Avon's files that are inside. Now, there are enemies everywhere, so this is very frustrating, and there are 4 different locations to go to, with a time limit. Honestly, this mission is so dumb, and even worse when you can only use a shitty Perico pistol. Not to mention, we can't heal either. After clearing out the 3rd location, we have just a couple of minutes to drive to the final area, put out 5 fires, and pray we don't get killed. I'm honestly shocked that we managed to do it, but we did. It took close to 30 minutes to do this mission, so failing would have made me quit GTA forever. Just kidding. Or am I? Our last set of missions before the heist. Okay, we need to steal some Stromberg. I take my Sparrow to reach one of them, and they're on the back of these trucks. I land in front of it and take aim at the driver, but of course I miss and they run me over. On my 2nd attempt, it goes just as poorly, so I steal this bitch's car and try shooting the driver out like this. They end up crashing and getting stuck, so I shoot the driver and then the passenger when he gets out. I deliver it to my facility, so let's move on. We take some jet skis to a barge, and there's a lot of enemies here, and they kill me immediately after I stupidly jump onto it. I take them out from a distance, and for some reason, ADHD crash lands on it as well. I get on board, pick up the bag of torpedoes, which we'll use for the Strombergs that we stole earlier, and now there are helicopters attacking us, so we hop into our own and make our escape. It's already badly damaged, but we make it to the facility before it starts to beep, which signals it's about to explode. So we jump out and parachute to the ground. Nice. This is the final mission before the heist. We get into our Strombergs and use it to destroy a convoy of vehicles and helicopters. As much as I'd love to use the Perico pistol to do the destroying, it just isn't possible. I'm sorry. I then use the submersible mode on my Stromberg to enter the water and blow up the mines, then scan a submarine. Simple stuff. For the heist, I am going to enter the sub while ADHD waits for me on land. Inside, I slowly take out the enemies and make my way through the tiny corridors. This bitch almost kills me because aiming is kind of strange here. The screen seems to move a bit, and since I have 1 shot before I reload, missing a shot is almost a guaranteed death sentence if I'm not in cover. I fight all the way to the prison cell, where I find this guy who tells me to go to the control room. Once there, I take a photo of the files and enter a USB stick into the computer. Okay, time to watch a long cutscene that the game refuses to let me skip. Gotta love it. I climb through the escape hatch, swim to land, and meet ADHD. I drive us to the Avenger, and we fly out of there, ignoring the enemy choppers, and land it in the hangar at the airport. And that's Act 2 of the Doomsday Heist complete. And now for Act 3, which will be the most difficult part of this entire challenge. Spoiler alert, it made me want to give up. There are a lot of missions for Act 3, and I just learned something that I never knew I could do. I can pay for the equipment for the prep missions instead of actually doing the missions. Yes, it costs a lot of money, but when you've done a lot of heists and have 6 more to do after this, I think it's worth the money to save my mental health. Now I have only 5 missions to complete before the heist instead of 11. This next mission is the one I have dreaded ever since coming up with the idea for making this video. Why? Juggernauts versus pistols, that's why. We start the mission by doing what we do best, taking out a lot of enemies. Once the enemies outside are dead, we move into the building, and yeah, there's even more of them in here. They're so far away, and the Perico pistol cannot kill them. Hell, it can't even lock onto them from this far away. I push forward and take out the enemies I can, and continue doing so until I get them all. Now I can rescue Agent 14. Hello, bitch. And here's what I was dreading. The Juggernauts arrive. Oh, and we can't see them unless we use our goggles. I shoot at one of them, and they instantly shred through my health. My only option is to stay in cover and blind fire. It takes a lot of shots, but eventually goes down. 2 more to go. I tell ADHD that the Jugs are focusing their fire on me and he can freely shoot them, which he does, and we kill them both together. Hell yes. But our joy is over because 4 more of them spawn in on the other side of the building. Damn. Same plan as last time. I draw their fire and ADHD destroys them with his Perico pistol. We take out 2 of them, but now ADHD is pinned down, so it's up to me to take out the remaining 2. So what I do is hide behind cover, but peek out just enough to pop shots at their head, and it works. 1 down, 1 to go. Honestly, this method seems to confuse the game game's AI because I kept firing at the Juggernaut's head and it just stood there. But again, our joy ends quickly because more enemies spawn in, including a fleet of helicopters. But honestly, these guys are nothing compared to the Jugs, and we kill all of them with ease. Back outside, we slowly fight more of these bastards and creep towards the next objective. But there's a buzzard in the sky hitting us down. It takes at least 10 minutes to pick off the enemies while avoiding it, and once I have a clear shot, I take it and blow up the buzzard. Yeah, with my Perico pistol. That was awesome. Now, another freaking Jug spawns in, and it's got me pinned down so well, but after about a million blind fire shots, I kill it. In the final building, we see the helicopters that we'll use to escape, but first, we have to kill the 2 Juggernauts blocking our way. These bastards are too far away to kill, so I have to move from cover to cover, hoping they don't shred me to pieces in the process. Once I make it to the next cover spot, I wait for my health to refill, then go to the next one. Once we're close enough, we're able to do enough damage to take them out, and all that's left to do is get into the chopper and fly it to the extraction point. I am so glad to have that mission over with. Next up, we're gonna save Agent ULP again. This mission is trash, and anyone who's done it will understand. We stay in my Kuruma to kill the millions of enemies, then steal this truck. It fires missiles, which we use to destroy the helicopters that are chasing Agent ULP. There isn't much else to say. That's all this mission is, and it lasts forever. It sucks. After the mission, I was a chicken, and I chased ADHD, and yes, I crossed the road as a chicken. He took the easy way out and then respawned, poured gasoline on me, and cooked me for dinner. Now back to a very difficult mission. Well, if you're using only a Perico pistol. We have to destroy this cargo bob, and it's being protected by a fleet of attack choppers. It's safest for us to stay in the Kuruma and chase it down and take shots at it, but we end up chasing it all the way to the military base, which fails the mission since it escaped. Second attempt, we get its health down even more, as you can see on screen, but it still escapes. And yes, I'm extremely annoyed and so tired at this point. Third attempt, the cargo bob takes a different route and it allows us to drive up close to it and take it down. I mean, how awesome was that? Thank you, game. It drops the car we need to steal and we rush to the airfield where we destroy an escaping airplane. Now, there are enemies everywhere and they can kill us in the blink of an eye. I sneak my way around the back to take out the sniper on top, and then we slowly and carefully pick off the rest of the enemies. Just happy to have that mission over. Now for the Kanjali tank. For this, we're just gonna stay in my Kuruma to kill the Tesla bots. ADHD will blow up their gear since it's required for the mission. He gets into the Kuruma and I drive straight to the Kanjali, try to get in it, and immediately get killed. Yeah, on our second attempt, we killed every single bot from the safety of the Kuruma and then took the tank. Just a simple drive to the delivery point and the mission is over. The final mission is to use this big ass airplane to drop bombs on enemy SAM turrets. That's it, nothing special. Let's do the heist. We can choose between using the Kanjali tank or the barrage truck, and we decide to leave the tank behind since it'll give me an extra $100,000 at the end of the heist. I again have armor equipped, so I let ADHD run me over. That way we can stick to the rules. Our first test is to get through the tunnels, and since we can't use the mounted gun to kill the enemies, we have to rush through and hope we don't die. But that's exactly what happens. ADHD gets killed by a gunner, and then a car blocks me and blows my head off. On our second attempt, this a-hole blocks me and kills me again. I respawn in the gunner seat and we make it to the end, and the Juggernauts are here with their miniguns, and yeah, they kill us immediately. Luckily, this is a checkpoint and we don't respawn in the car. I run straight to cover and blind fire one of the Jugs, and he surprisingly goes down. But this one is walking towards me and there's nothing I can do. I mean, look at that menacing face. He kills me and he loved doing it. I respawn and see all 3 Jugs firing at me like madmen, so yeah, let's try that again. This time I take cover behind a boulder, but the bitch runs straight up to me and mows me down. Come on now. I respawn and play peekaboo with this Jug and kill him. Now there's just one left. I try to peekaboo him as well, but he has auto aim and almost kills me. I sneak into cover to take him on, but for some reason ADHD is so far away from me, hiding. I beg him to come help me while the Jug is focusing his fire on me, but he's just too far away. I do kill him, but he kills me too, so damn. Don't worry, I play peekaboo with them again and take them all out. The next room has more enemies, but they're not Juggernauts, so we just carefully pick them off until they're all dead. But the next hallway does have a Jug, and he almost kills me. My only way to heal is to stay in cover, and only to a maximum of 50%. ADHD is in cover as well, and we're terrified, but managed to do enough damage to take him out. Our job now is to fight our way through the tunnels and blow up the enemy supply boxes. We moved from cover to cover, taking out enemies on the way, and healing behind cover when necessary. I won't lie, this took quite a while to do, especially with the Juggernauts at the end. Luckily, they didn't push towards us though, and let us slowly chip away at their health. Okay, we're making good progress, but there's just still so much crap to do. The next room is so annoying since there are enemies all around us. I have no idea how I didn't die here. I guess I just chose the right enemies to kill at the right time. Up on the second floor, we have several servers to hack. And if you don't already know, the enemies here spawn endlessly. I take over the hacks since ADHD hates doing them, and he fights off the endless Tesla bots. After each hack, we have to fight our way to the next server and repeat the process. We didn't die a single time during this either. I truly don't know how we pulled it off, but we did. Next, we take control of the orbital cannons to destroy the mobile servers, then slowly but surely fight our way through the tiny corridors until we see Avon escaping with a jetpack. We chase him into the skies and I blow up the buzzards while ADHD blows up Avon. We freaking did it, and I can't tell you how relieved I feel right now. There are still 5 heists to complete for this challenge, but finishing Doomsday with only the Perico Pistol feels really good. Remember the OG heist? Yeah, I have 5 of them to do, starting with the Felisa job. By the way, I know sometimes the game automatically gives me armor at the start of missions, but it seemed to happen on damn near every single mission and heist moving forward. I do my best to show you that I'm letting the enemies damage me before I fight back. I'm truly sorry if I ever miss that I'm wearing armor, but I promise you that it was not on purpose. Now to the heist. You know how it goes. We drive with Lester to the Felisa bank, then drive to the garment factory to switch cars, then drive to the apartment. Done. Next, we need a Kuruma, even though we already have one, but whatever you say, Rockstar. At the location, we shoot the enemies, and then I realize that the game gave me armor again, so I get out of the car to let them shoot me. I get back in and finish off the remaining enemies, steal the Kuruma, and drive it back to the garment factory. And that's it for the setup missions. ADHD drives, and I do the boring hacks. At the bank, I use the app on my phone to unlock the vault, then we put on masks, go inside, and shoot the cameras. ADHD controls the crowd, and I drill into the vault. Really easy stuff. I mean, really easy. We drive the Kuruma through the police blockades and get picked up by the cargo bob. Done. Let's move on to a real heist, the prison break. We need to steal an airplane, so we drive to Mackenzie Airfield, and I see I have armor again, so I get out and let them shoot me. Okay, that's better. ADHD gets in the plane, but the cars are blocking the runway and ends up blowing up. Nice. On our next attempt, ADHD gets into the plane, but the game is glitched and won't let him move the plane. We just walk into the propeller to kill ourselves. Same thing happens for the third attempt, but one teammate pushes the plane, and that fixes the game to let ADHD fly out of there. Pretty simple mission, but annoying when the game glitches like that. Next is the prison bus. I drive in front of it and my teammates kill the driver. I realize I have armor auto-equipped again, and I'm getting really annoyed. I get out to let them shoot me, but they literally don't even try, so whatever, I've got a Kuruma anyways, so all we need to do is lose the cops and the mission is over. Now we need the prison bus schedule, and we also need a police car. The game gives us pistols, so instead of that, we use our fists to beat some people until we get a wanted level, and then beat the cops that arrive to steal their car. After we lose our wanted level in the tunnel, ADHD somehow flips the car upside down. So I go to find a car that I can use to flip him over, but ADHD says he fixed the car. But our other teammates fail their objective. Mission failed. Anyway, skipping ahead, we drive to the police station, steal the bus schedule, and walk out of there. Then we drive to a secluded spot, blow up the cop car, and get into this conveniently placed vehicle to deliver the bus schedule. One more mission. I decide to take my Faggio, and yeah, we both drive it to the objective, and I hate it. We climb the ladder and wait on the roof for the prosecutors to arrive, then shoot them with our Perico pistols. Now the cops are here as well, and all we have is my Faggio, so we take out the cops near us and wait for our teammates to arrive. They take me to the documents that the prosecutors dropped, then we drive to the tunnels to lose our wanted level. It takes forever this time, so we mess around a bit, and ADHD ends up getting run over. Poor guy. I deliver the documents, and now it's time for the prison break. Things start off very well. I'm the prison guard, and ADHD is the prisoner. I can use my Perico pistol, so I gladly do against the 3 guards near us, and the one on the catwalk above us. But ADHD only has an AP pistol, so he isn't allowed to help me kill the rest of the guard. As I'm making my way around the catwalk, the mission abruptly ends since my teammate crashes the airplane. Nice. Second attempt. I climb down the stairs and immediately take cover and start finishing off the remaining enemies. We meet up with Raskovsky, and I need to clear a path so we can all make it out of here alive. It takes forever since there are so many of them, and again, the Perico pistol just doesn't have much range. Eventually, I take out the last enemy, and we all get into the riot van, drive it to where our teammate is waiting with the plane, and fly it around until we lose our wanted level. We jump out and parachute down to where another teammate is waiting and fly away to safety. Okay, 3 more OG heists and this will be all over. I'm dead inside right now. The next heist is the Humane Labs raid. We meet with the buyer, but the FIB show up and we're forced to kill all of them. Then take the briefcase that the seller dropped and deliver it to the apartment. Easy. Now we need some insurgent pickups, so we take out the guards from up top, then drop down to steal them. We avoid the enemies until we make it to the destination and then take them out with our pistols. These missions are a bit bit too easy, but things will get very annoying very soon. Now for my favorite mission. We drive the dinghy to the ship, fight all the way up to the top, then get into the jets. We're here to steal a Hydra, and 3 of us will use regular jets to protect it. The enemy jets spawn in, and we get to use our missiles to blow them up. Flying in this game is just done so well, and it's a lot of fun. We also need a Valkyrie helicopter, so we drive straight to it, take out a few nearby enemies, and take off in it. All we have to do is fly to the objective, and it's over. Easy peasy. Now, to deliver the EMP device to the Humane Labs, the game requires us to complete the mission with complete stealth. We spent 2 hours practicing this mission, and could not find a way to do it with the Perico Pistol. We tried bashing their heads, but would always get caught no matter what route we took. So, we were forced to use the silenced pistols to finish it. Sorry about that. But anyways, time for the heist. 2 teammates hop out, and I stay in the helicopter to destroy any enemies and helicopters that show up. This heist is truly way too easy. We meet up with our other teammates, and they hop into the chopper. More choppers chase us down, but we take them out with ease. We fly to the meeting point, and that's it. A very short and simple heist. Really gotta love that cinematic explosion at the end though. Moving on to the Series A funding heist, and we have a lot of drugs to steal. First, the coke, which is on this boat, which totally isn't a reused asset from story mode. Fighting through the boat isn't too bad, but this guy with a shotgun almost kills me. Look at how low my health is. Moving further up the boat, this bastard actually does kill me with a shotgun. No worries, we collect all the coke and deliver it to the freight shop. Next up are the Molly pills. But first, we all have a standoff with our Perico pistols. Anyway, we get into the trash truck and pick up the garbage bags that have Molly in them. We're stealing these drugs from the Vagos, so we end up clashing with them at the rest of the pickups, but they're weak and we kill them easily. Okay, I lied, because one group of them killed me and shortly after killed ADHD. Hey, we can't heal, alright? It's challenging. On our second attempt, I bash the skull of an enemy and ADHD runs me over. Love it. Since we have 0 lives, we take cover and take out the Vagos before trying to drive away. That worked because we delivered the drugs without dying to end the mission. Now we'll steal some drugs from the Lost MC, but first, we spent like 5 minutes trying to decide who's gonna sit where on the boat. I don't understand why this happens so often, but it's funny. At Stab City, the game requires us to remain stealthy, so I take out the first guard with my pistol, but again, this mission is designed to be done with silenced weapons, so I use my pistol to take out any guards in the way. We steal their vans and drive them to Ron. Done. We still have more drugs to steal. We go to the sawmill and take out the enemies. Pretty standard stuff. 2 teammates steal the vans, and I steal this lame-looking truck. I end up getting stuck on our way to the freight shop, and it took quite a long time to get back up to the road. We were meant to protect the vans, but they made it there on their own. Actually, I caught up, and we all got there at the exact same time. The last thing we need to steal is meth. We take out all the enemies from the safety of my Kuruma, and then I get out to get into the truck, but the mission ends because my teammate accidentally shot and blew up the trailer. Second attempt, this bitch spawns in right beside me and kills me, but we take out all the enemies, and I take the truck and hook it to the trailer, then drive it to the drop-off and finish the mission. Finally, let's do the heist. We meet Trevor at the warehouse and hold off the enemies that attack us. Now, things were going well, but this dude somehow spawned in right behind me and killed me. And shortly after, my teammate died as well. Very frustrating, but we took out every enemy on our second attempt. Now, all we need to do is deliver the van to the drop-off. Super easy, just like every other OG heist. But there's one last OG heist, and that's the Pacific Standard job. First off, we take pictures of the post-op vans, and just as we get all 4, a teammate gets caught. Second attempt, same thing. This is supposed to be very easy and very quick. Anyway, we did it on our third attempt, then stole one of the vans and delivered it to Lester. We're gonna save Avi, and to make it quicker, we go to the police station to steal a helicopter and fly it straight to the island, kill all the annoying enemies, find Avi, and take him to the delivery point. Moving on, honestly, I'm just so sick of the game giving me armor at the start of every freaking mission. I try to let these guys damage me for free, but they auto kill me. I respawn and still have armor. Why? I'm so annoyed. I'm trying so hard to follow the rules, but the game just won't let me. After that, we found a giant door. Why is it so big? Anyway, we kill the rest of the enemies, then park the white van next to the other one and swap out the gear. We drive away to make the enemies follow us, and now ADHD can escape with the gear without being attacked. The goons chase us down and come close to killing us, but we escape, park in an alley, and destroy the truck. The next mission is so messed up, especially when you're only using Perico pistols. To start, a savage chopper comes at us, and it is heavily armed and kills us immediately. Our plan is to spread out and hope one of us can get a lucky shot on the pilot, but it kills us over and over and over over and over again until finally I get killed and then see the chopper go down. One of my teammates hit a 1 in a million shot. Hell yeah. Now we have to take on the convoy, and for the first time ever, they drive straight past the bridge and get real close to us. Usually they just stop on the bridge. We're very safe behind my Kuruma, so we take them all out, steal their truck, and deliver it. Just one more mission, and we're gonna steal some bikes. We won't actually use them in the heist, but it's mandatory for us to do this. We take out the bikers, then steal their bikes, and drive them to the drop-off. Yep, that's it. Super easy. Let's hope the heist is easy as well. All right, I'm on crowd control this time, and we make sure to kill 2 hostages so that they press the alarm, which will make Noose come after us. We need them so that we can steal one of their riot vans later. It's boring waiting for the other teammates to steal the money from the vault, so I shoot every lamp in the bank. Once they have the money, we open the doors and pick off any nearby cops, then run into the alley, where we kill even more of them. That's about it until we make it to the getaway bikes, but we won't be using them. That's just way too dangerous. Instead, ADHD runs off to steal a riot van from Noose. We get inside, drive to the police station, do a little parkour and climbing to get to the chopper, and then I fly it to the boat, get in, and drive to safety. And to think that I used to think this heist was difficult. I know I said this was the final heist, but surprise, I'm also going to do the Cluckenbell raid. I know this isn't one of the major heists, but since it's going to be a huge challenge, I wanted to add it to the video. Oh, and the way we complete it was just so hilarious for us, you'll see. First, we need cash, so I go to a money laundering business, kill some thugs, bust in, kill more thugs, and steal the cash. This guy always pops out and aims at me, but never shoots. I love it. Next, I steal a laptop from this guy, then kill him. Then take out some drones and go inside the Terabyte to steal the hacking device. I take out some guards at the depot until they drop a key to the train, then get into the train and, well, steal it. I'll never understand why this guy lands his chopper on the train tracks. What an idiot. Then we steal weapons and gear, steal a getaway vehicle, then sabotage the cartel's trucks. That's it for the setup missions. Moving on to the heist. The game gives us weapons to use, meaning we don't have the Perico pistol, but what we do have are our fists, and that's exactly what we use to kill every single person in this place. The few guards are easy, and we take them out stealthily, but further along, the guards are bunched together, so we rush them and beat the shit out of them. I hide behind cover and wait for this idiot to get close, then absolutely obliterate him. We keep rushing more guards and beating them, and then enter this door to the coke storage area. There are a few enemies down here, and we beat them down, then steal all the coke. Back upstairs, we rush 2 more guards, then I wait in cover for more to arrive. And guess what I did next? I beat the crap out of them. You have no idea how fun this is. We enter the next coke storage area, beat some guards, and open the crates to find more coke. Honestly, the amount of guards we took on without dying and without healing is insane. We were laughing the entire time. I steal the loot from the office, then we rush outside. Now, there are police everywhere, but we beat the one closest to us, and then I rush to this bitch behind the dumpster and destroy him. More guards show up in a truck, so I hide in cover, but they for some reason run away from me, so I take my chances and sprint to the garage, completely ignoring the enemies near me. I somehow make it without dying, get into the car, and take off. All we have to do is follow the tracks, then go off-road for a bit until we lose the cops, then deliver the coke to Vincent. I can't believe we just pulled that off. It was insane. If you enjoyed watching me struggle through this one bullet nightmare, smash the like button. It genuinely helps the channel grow. And if you're new here, I have plenty of GTA content to keep you entertained, so why not subscribe? Drop a comment with your most insane GTA challenge ideas, and I might just be crazy enough to attempt them. Seriously, some of your suggestions have led to my best videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.